What's up, guys? Back again with another banger of a video. Just absolute banger. Like, pow pow banger, like in this gameplay. Like, bang 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 of a video. And today, we're gonna debunk positive mottos and sayings. Aren't you tired of it? Tired of all those weirdos on Instagram sharing all these positive messages on their fucking stories and shit? Well, don't you fret, because I can assure you, everything's not as good as it seems. But without further ado, let's get right into our first one. Have you ever been told that nothing is permanent? Everything will get better eventually? Well, this can be easily debunked by simply looking at a paralyzed person in a wheelchair. Do you think they're going to start fucking walking at some point? No. Unless Elon Musk can actually do something productive other than trying to send us to space, which is pretty fucking cool. But regardless, if he can find a way to make paralyzed people walk, and I think truly we can actually have things that can get better. But even then, let's say you lose a part of your brain and you lose some function in your body. You're not getting better from that. You'll only get better to a certain point. You're not going to be able to move your right fucking arm, maybe. You won't be able to fucking think independent. You might not even be able to swallow food. You'll be alive, but you can't do like normal shit. You can't reverse death. It won't get better after death. It's eternal. You'll live your life pondering whether or not there's an afterlife, and you'll never know until you die. Ginger people, I mean, they have no souls. They won't go nowhere after they die. I mean, they're really cursed. Like, Jesus Christ, I think Eric Cartman was right. They're like rabid animals that need to be put down. But regardless, let's get to our second point. This is kind of like the first point. There will be a better tomorrow. What about soldiers who die in battle? Their better tomorrow could be seeing their wife and kids, but nope, they're dead. What about people who have lost kids? I mean, it sucks, but I mean, shit only gets so much better. I mean, you'll still have that shit resting on your conscience. Like, unless pre-white Michael Jackson comes out and does the Thriller and resurrects they ass, then, I mean, it only gets good to a certain point. And even then, if they do get resurrected, they won't know that they died. I mean, you're gonna have to like kind of keep that a secret. And if you're bad at keeping secrets, then you might have some kind of fucking movie plot on your hands. But hey, third point: if you can dream it, you can do it. That is just simply not true. You know, when I was like a real little kid, like fucking 4, 5, 6 maybe, I had a dream where I got sucked under a fucking kitchen table by a black hole. I also had a dream that green motherfucker from Yo Gabba Gabba was giving me a bath, and then like bubbles started coming up from the water, and there's like insects or bugs, and they look scary as hell, and they scared the hell out of me and him. I think I had that dream twice, come to think about it. And though it's not really what this quote is, that can still be said for things saying that your dreams will come true. Shit like that does not come true, and even though I'm taking it in the literal sense, if we're not taking it in the literal sense, that's also not true. Take for an example, you're blind, you're mute, you can't hear, or you're just like handicapped, you can't walk, you don't have an arm, yada yada yada. If you want to go into the military, you have to have all that shit. Like, you have to be able to walk, have all your fucking limbs, have all your senses intact. I don't know about taste, but you know. Yeah, before I continue, watch this sick execution. Like, holy shit. That was fucking rad. But like, let's say your dream is going into the military and doing some cool shit like that. That's just simply impossible if you just happen to like not be able to see, hear, and all that shit. Like, if you hear voices, you're just done for unless you lie. Good luck. I think this might be my fourth point. But when people say my pleasure, of course I'm referring to Chick-fil-A workers, but you know, hell the fuck no, it is not. I think Chick-fil-A workers have like a bomb strapped to their ankles or some shit, or somewhere where we can't see them because they're like way too polite. There's no way you can be that polite when you have a bunch of copy-paste white families ordering the same fucking thing, saying the same damn thing, and having as many like little fucking rascals as they do, like running around, that you're not annoyed at some point. Like, you have to be breaking at some point. It is not your pleasure. And though while the food is good, and I think the sacrifice of some gay people for the food's like goodness is, I think an acceptable thing, the fakeness of the employees is kind of off-putting. Like, I don't know. I'd prefer if they were like more genuine, like if they were like goth or something, and I like made them mad, like I pissed them off, so like they just decided to like fucking stomp on my food like barefoot, and they haven't like showered in a week, so like the food. Shit, I'm sorry. I didn't say that. It was some. I think someone put that on the script. I didn't put that there. No, I didn't. No. I'm like 6'1", by the way. Moving on. 5th point. If you have a dream, grab onto it and never let it go. What if your dream is domestic terrorism or like sex trafficking? Yeah, it quickly falls apart. If that's your dream, then you got something wrong with you, buddy. Point 6. I saw this in a game once. Life is a race. Win. Whoever put that there, do they not know races have losers? Which means that only applies to certain people, and there has to be losers for you to be a winner. Not to mention, you could be a loser in someone's winner life. People who have like benefited from this are like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and those fucking Nigerian princes. Moving on to my 7th point. It costs nothing to be kind. I would have to disagree with you, buddy. Buckaroo. It may cost you, or no, not may, it will cost you. You probably look like a greasy fucking nerd who wears like flags of countries on their backs, wearing diapers and posting cringy TikToks. Might I add that you also may watch anime? And while it may be controversial, it may also affect your relationships depending on if you're on the left or right wing politically, or any like part of political culture. Or if you're in one of those weird 90s, 80s sitcoms with like jocks, greasers, and all the other rude kids in those kind of movies. You won't be a part of those kind of groups. Or you might just get fucking murdered by hitchhikers who want to kill you. They'll take advantage of your kindness. You won't want to be kind then, would you, Buster? You'll be on the next Dahmer season. I've never heard anyone say this 7th one, but I had to look some of these up, so if you don't know them, then now you do. Stop saying I wish and say I will. First off, this doesn't apply if, like, your name isn't William or Will, because then you're just saying you're something you're not. Second, this saying I will create a competitive sport that pits disabled people, like very cripplingly disabled people, against each other in a competitive sport where there are no inclusive rules, no, like, everyone's a winner stuff, actual losers, and, like, very rough, like, crowds. Does that sound, like, very humane? Does that sound very positive? Some things should stay wishes. We do not need a handicap, wheelchairs with rockets, raceway kind of sports. I mean, that'd be fucking entertaining. Like, Timmy! 8th point. There's beauty in everything. Whoever said this has clearly not seen those gore videos where families have to watch their son's head get cut off before they know their head also is getting cut off. There's no fucking beauty in that. 8th point, I think, everything you need is inside you. Well, I don't think a gerbil is very much needed for my success in life. Let's go. 9th, live every day like it's your last. I would probably be broke and I would probably be dead. Or actually, no, I would be dead if I lived every day like it was my last. Like, first day, I would get my friend to, like, mod his truck so where I can hang off it Mad Max style while I, like, yell at, like, children. I'd probably crash and burn, but, I mean, I would go out doing what I liked, I guess. Let's go. I think 9th, honesty is the best policy. Yes, Your Honor. I confess to killing my neighbors in cold blood with hate and contempt in my heart, no remorse, no second thoughts or anything. That's not going to get you out of fucking court. I mean, I'm just being corny now, but, like, come on. Point number 10, there's no better time than now. This whole argument is completely demolished when you realize that you are on your deathbed. You are not going to the fucking moon. Point number 11, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, to make lemonade, I think you also need a leaf. I saw that in Max and Ruby. You need a pitcher, ice, and some sugar. And life is not giving you shit to make lemonade. You need to go to the dollar store for that. My last and final point, number 12. Celebrate life's littlest victories. Not only is this the perfect setup for a dwarf joke that I'm not going to make, but this is also untrue. If a sex offender says, woohoo, I only sent 3 unsolicited dick pics today, that's still a bad thing. I mean, yeah, he's not trying to be a sex offender, but unsolicited dick pics are bad, like, especially when, like, girls are forced to see that big-ass monster of a dick. No notice or anything. Anyway, that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be looking forward to see y'all next time. Remember, don't let your spirits get too high or else you'll be setting yourself up for disappointment. I remembered I wanted to be a respiratory therapist, and guess where that led me? I don't want to get on my fucking computer anymore. I mean, also, I might be in second, but that's still a good, like, score on the screen.
Oh, stretch this ass.
Fuck my throat. Oh my god. These Tennessee allergies are no fucking joke. Do not move here. Do not move here. Do not raise your kids here. You will regret it. They will regret being born.